but again, that was 2 days out from the storm. So, it's very preliminary, but we are getting now into the final stretch, and they are able to hone in some of those estimates and forecasts. One thing I do want to point out to a lot of people, you've got to move your cars off the street. If you want those plows to be down there clearing your roads, do not leave your vehicles in the way. There are the possibility of tickets, not something you want to deal with. There's obviously the opportunity for damage to your vehicle. And we did hear from the mayor yesterday that Lex Park is offering free parking at all of their parking garages starting, I believe, this evening, and it runs through Tuesday morning. So if you want to get your vehicle out of the way, get it somewhere, any and all sporting events this weekend. Okay, Dave wants you all to see this shot of the empty podium. So I'll let you look at that, and you can see that it has not started just yet. You will be the first to know as soon as that press conference gets underway. So again, we will likely hear from Lexington Police, Chief Weathers. We've got Jason Wells, the fire chief. We also have Rob Allen, Streets and Roads. A lot of the key faces you know and love during these severe winter weather events and storms. The trick here is going to be how much snow, when, and the possibility of ice, because that's going to complicate things. That's going to make it more challenging for them. We know that we talked to the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet yesterday. They are already out treating the roads. They have been putting salt brine out, trying to get things going and prepared. So, anything you can get done today. The weather is sunny at the moment. Take advantage of it. You can go ahead and get your milk and your eggs, your bread sandwiches, as we always joke. Get your water. Make sure you got batteries. Stock up on those things. I saw some gas lines are pretty long at this point. People are prepping and taking this seriously, as they should. The other challenge here is that this is not just a Kentucky situation. That severe weather and winter storm is moving all across the mid-U.S. And so we will not be able to tap into our friends and resources over in other states because they're going to be dealing with their own mess. And so we also heard yesterday from the Kentucky Rural Electric Co-ops, how they're preparing. A lot of our linemen are already getting into place and preparing. They are working to be as set as they can be. One of the challenges there is going to be the roads, making sure that they can get those trucks to the neighborhoods that they need to when they need to. I also have a plan for tomorrow, and that is that Mr. Dave Baker, who will be doing pre-game for the UK basketball game tomorrow, he lives in Frankfurt, so he's going to be my designated Frankfurt correspondent. Yes, he is very helpful in these sort of situations. So we'll be able to check in with reporters from all over. We've got everyone stationed out. Phil's going to be down south for us in Somerset, London area. And then we've got Samantha Valentino. Will be in Lexington, as well as Alyssa Williams. And also Maggie Rickerby will be in Madison County for us. So I want you to see that Dave switched my background for me. So that's very helpful. But we know that press conference, they're starting to get loaded up. I can see Daniel Lowry with KU is in the house, and he will be joining them as well. So we're going to go to that now live, and we will get you recapped as soon as that is over with.
Take off mine. I was going to mention just interior heating safety and not to use grills inside. Okay, so
Open your gas up.
it just says LSC on the ticker. Yeah, very good. Good. Actually made a call one time. They had everything inside.
Good morning, everyone. I guess it's afternoon already. Thank you for being here. I want to begin today by introducing some folks who are with us today and are going to be speaking and giving us each their perspective in their particular field. And as we prepare for the winter storm that's headed our way, I've brought together representatives from city departments and the community who play a role in preparing for and responding to our winter weather. And I also want to thank in the audience Commissioner Nancy Albright, who's with us, and I'm sure Commissioner Ken Armstrong is here somewhere. Public Safety, thank you. Are any of our other commissioners here? Commissioner Chris Ford, General Services, thank you. So we have with us Director of Emergency Management, Rob Larkin, who is here, along with our Director of Streets and Roads, Rob Allen. Lexington Police Chief Lawrence Weathers is here, along with Fire Chief Jason Wells. Our Commissioner of Housing Advocacy and Community Development, Charlie Lanter. Sheriff Kathy Witt is joining us, along with Fayette County Public Schools Director of Transportation, Darren Morris. We're also joined by Kentucky Utilities spokesperson Daniel Lowry, Kentucky American Water Senior Manager for External Government Affairs, Susan Loncho, and Lex Park Executive Director Laura Albright. I'm sorry, Laura Boyson. I was thinking of Nancy Albright, and I put you together. Well, we're all one big happy family right now. We have E911 Director Janelle Patton joining us. And the thing I want to say is, it takes a coordinated team. And we are all hands on deck for this upcoming storm. Moments ago, I signed a state of emergency that will allow us to mobilize personnel and resources as potentially hazardous weather moves into the bluegrass. The emergency declaration will remain in effect until 8 a.m. Tuesday, January 27th, and of course, we will be reassessing the situation. This emergency declaration will allow us to take the necessary steps to help our residents handle the weather we are expecting. The state of emergency will fully activate our city's Emergency Operations Center and place all of its public safety divisions on 24-hour schedules through Tuesday morning. The emergency declaration bans parking on snow emergency routes. These snow emergency routes are classified as major thoroughfares throughout the city, and they are marked with those nice little blue and white signs that have snowflakes on them, among other things. Our message today is simple. Help us help you by preparing early, staying off the roads, helping your neighbors, and ultimately staying safe. And I do want to thank our Lexington residents. There is already evidence all over town in grocery stores and coffee shops that you have been preparing ahead. Let's start today's updates by hearing from our Emergency Management Director, Rob Larkin. Rob, I know you've been busy, and will you just give us an update of where we stand right now? Welcome.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor, and good afternoon, everyone. We are urging residents to finalize preparations for the upcoming winter storm today. Today, please. The National Weather Service is forecasting the storm to begin Saturday morning, maybe around noontime. Forecast models are becoming more certain as snow approaches. There is a possibility of snowfall totals exceeding 12 inches over a period of roughly 36 hours, and sometimes will exceed 1 to 2 inches per hour. There is still time to prepare. Ensure your family has enough food, water, medications, medical supplies, and other essentials to last at least 96 hours, that's 4 days, and that is post-storm, so add another 36 hours to that 96. Update home and vehicle emergency kits with additional blankets, warm clothing, flashlights, and batteries. If you are out tonight finalizing preparations, be aware the wind chills will reach -6 to -8 degrees. Wear several warm layers and cover every inch of exposed skin with gloves, a hat, and a scarf or other face covering. Frostbite and hypothermia can occur very quickly in very cold temperatures. Take time today to create and discuss a plan with your family if power fails. Single-digit temperatures and sub-zero wind chills will accompany the storm and the snow. Have a plan to stay warm if power is lost. Check on your friends, your family, and your neighbors before the storm. Bring pets inside and have food, water, and warm blankets for them as well. The rapid rate of snowfall will make travel dangerous and significantly reduce visibility on roads. This will be complicated by, again, extreme cold. These conditions will extend the time it takes for roads to be cleared. It's a matter of chemistry and physics. It's time to exercise what we in the military call operational patience. Stay calm and avoid premature action in a very complex situation. By the nature of the storm, getting from point A to point B will take just more time. Rest assured, hundreds of city and state employees are working around the clock to manage this event. Residents can assist city crews by not parking along snow emergency routes. This will allow street crews to clear routes effectively. During the storm, limit your travel to emergencies only. Stay off the roads and let plow trucks and emergency services and necessary workers move unimpeded. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rob. Residents, as you know, can help our street crews clear the roads more effectively by not parking on them, especially along those emergency snow routes, the major routes. And so I have invited Lex Park Executive Director Laura Boyson, who is here with assistance, and I really want to express my appreciation to her and Lex Park for what they are doing. Thank you. Laura?
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you all so much for coming today. Lex Park is part of this effort to help all our community individuals. We will be opening our garages free of charge. They will be open starting tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. That is the Transit Garage, which you can access from either Vine Street or High Street, the Courthouse Garage on Bar Street, and the Helix Garage, Main at Martin Luther's. They will be open for free from Saturday morning at 8 a.m. through Tuesday morning at 8 a.m. So anyone that needs a place to park their car, you can park there for free. Our garage at 350 West Short, which is known as the Victorian Square Garage, that one will be free starting at 6 p.m. Saturday through 8 a.m. on Tuesday. So please know any parking in those garages, anyone's welcome to leave their car there from those times. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. Our Director of Streets and Roads, as you might imagine, Rob Allen, is very busy, and he's here to give us an update and tell us what they're already doing and what they'll be doing. Rob? There you are.
Thank you, Mayor. Hi. Crews from Streets and Roads and Water Quality plus various other divisions continue today pre-treating roads with brine. We're manufacturing brine almost as fast as we put it out. Starting tomorrow, crews will be on 12-hour alternating shifts indefinitely, at least while there's a state of emergency, and we will assess as we move forward. Want to remind folks we have a snow plan, lexingtonky.gov/snow and ice control. There is a plan. Please don't call and ask for on-demand snow removal. We just can't accommodate it. Stay home. I'll be blunt. Don't get out. Don't put the operators, public safety, police and fire especially at risk. You can stay home and let us work It's going to be an extended snowfall event. The plan is designed to be completed roughly 48 hours after the snowfall stops. Right now, it's projected to go through Monday morning. So we're talking ranked roads, probably Monday or Tuesday before we get to the majority of them. And we'll work our way, as the service levels dictate, to neighborhood roads and other roads. We have engaged additional contract help. This is going to be a different type of event than folks are used to with this amount of snow. It's going to be removing snow versus melting it. So we're going to have to haul snow out of downtown and various areas. Last winter, we had folks that were mobility challenged that talked to us about how hard it was to get around. We're going to focus on ADA ramps and pedestrian access. And we're ready to go. So.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Rob. Next, I want to welcome to the podium our police chief, Lawrence Weathers, to give us an update from his perspective. Chief? You going to show that picture?
Good afternoon, everybody. The Lexington Police Department is ready for the next round of winter weather we will be experiencing over the next several days. We are adjusting our staffing levels to ensure we are ready to respond to weather-related incidents and calls for service. In addition to our patrol personnel, our traffic section will have sergeants, officers, and safety officers dedicated to weather-related traffic calls. They will have specialized traffic control equipment ready in the event of power outages, impact traffic signals at major intersections. The traffic section will also be placing electronic messaging boards on various roadways in order to communicate any important information. We'll also be monitoring the interstates and New Circle Road for stranded motorists. We ask that everyone avoid non-essential travel and stay off the roads during the storm and the emergency declaration period. The best way to prevent issues on the roadway during the winter storm is to stay off the road. Be mindful of the snow emergency routes. Vehicles parked in these areas can significantly hinder removal efforts. And I also encourage people to really move off of these routes, because when they're clearing some of the snow off the roadways, it'll fly to the sides and may get onto your car and cover your car. And with the temperatures dropping, it will probably make it very difficult for you to enter into your vehicle. And if this emergency arises and you have to go somewhere, you won't have that. So I encourage everybody to move off of those routes if they can. If you want to know where the routes are, you can visit our Facebook page or the city website for that information. Please do not call 911 for road condition updates. You can find the latest on the city snow removal, delays, and closings, and view of live traffic cameras at lexington.gov/snow updates. Winter weather can be challenging for everyone. We ask that you check on your neighbors, especially those who are vulnerable or having difficulty. If you need assistance or see someone who does, call 859-258-3600 or an emergency 911. If you must be on the roadway during the winter weather, here are some tips to remember. Clear all vehicle windows and mirrors of snow and ice before driving. Slow down. Slick or snow-covered surfaces make it harder to control or stop your vehicle. Increase the distance between you and the car in front of you. Don't crowd a snow plow or travel beside the plow unless passing. Have an emergency kit for your vehicle and include items like blankets, snow shovels, ice scrapers, a phone charger, a flashlight, snacks, water, and have a full tank of gas and fuel, and refuel frequently. It's already been said, but make sure you have some warm clothing. Make sure you're in layers. If your vehicle stops or you're stranded or something happens to your vehicle, you may have to be outside, and with the temperatures the way they're expected to be, I need you to be safe and I need you to be warm, so carry some extra clothing in your car if you can. This is a significant weather event, and our community must work together and look out for one another. So let's stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chief Weathers. At this time, I'd like to invite to the podium Fire Chief Jason Wells, who will give us his perspective. Welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. The Lexington Fire Department is increasing our staffing levels to be prepared to respond to any emergencies that come up. All of our engines, ladders, and other apparatus have been winterized so that they can perform safely and effectively in these adverse conditions. Our stations are stocked with salt and shovels and all of the things that the members need to keep those areas clear so that they can continue to respond. And our command staff is prepared to rotate companies more frequently during extended operations to ensure the safety and effectiveness of our personnel. We're also staffing the Emergency Operations Center and placing utility crews in service to assist with calls throughout this event. In addition to many of the tips that have been shared with you, I want to encourage everyone, as the snow begins to accumulate, take a walk around your house and clear snow away from any furnace, dryer, or generator vents to ensure that we're not allowing a carbon monoxide buildup. During the heavy snow, never use grills inside. Don't use ovens for heaters, and do not use generators, gas generators, indoors. This can create an extremely hazardous situation. If you are using a space heater, keep them at least 3 feet away from any combustible item and do not leave them unattended. And limit your time outside. We know that it's going to be important to clear snow, but these temperatures are very dangerous. So small increments is going to be very important. Again, when you're clearing snow, we do see an uptick in cardiac events because of individuals who are not used to heavy output or a lot of exercise. So the risk of heart attack is increased. Again, small increments. Get out there more frequently for just a few minutes at a time and work to clear that snow away. If you can, take as many breaks as possible and hydrate. And then stop if you feel chest pain, dizziness, or shortness of breath. Also want to remind folks that if you have a hydrant near your home and you're able to safely do so, clearing the snow away from that fire hydrant makes it a lot easier for us to access and identify. And most importantly, look out for each other, look out for your neighbors, and please be safe out there. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chief Wells. Our city works with countless community partners to keep residents safe, especially in times like the weather we're expecting. And several of them are joining us today. The Fayette County Sheriff's Office is activating its winter care program, and they are instrumental in some very unique ways during a severe weather event like this. And I welcome Sheriff Kathy Witt to say a few words about what their focus will be. Welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. This truly is an incredible, and I mean incredible, partnership that's standing here today. We all work well together in times of crisis because we work well together every single day, especially when we don't have a crisis. In 2003, the Office of the Fayette County Sheriff launched its winter care program during that ice storm that left so many without electricity for numerous days. And as I look around, some of us were in our professions in 2003. And so we built upon that work that we did in 2003, and at the Office of Sheriff, our winter care program has continued to grow each and every year. Its focus today primarily is focused on getting those in the medical industry to their jobs because they can't take a snow day. Cancer doesn't take a snow day. Critical surgeries don't take a snow day. And those who are in the hospital, those who are in our skilled nursing centers, they count on those employees coming to work each and every day. And so it truly is our honor to ensure that those who are most marginalized continue to get the care that they need, even during this weather. Also, we will help pick up needed prescription medication that wasn't ready, maybe before the storm came its way to Lexington. We will help make sure that you get that critical medication. If you need to leave your home because you've lost electricity, we will help take you to a shelter. I want to give just a small shout out today to Jenny Ramsey. I called her about a homeless 81-year-old woman. Yes, a homeless 81-year-old woman who she has now helped us to house. Right now, as this is going on, we have an officer taking her somewhere to be housed. And so, again, we're here to help. If you need any of those services or if you need something else, please feel free to call us at the office of the Fayette County Sheriff, 859-252-1771. We, too, have increased our staffing levels, and I think, as Rob Allen said, we are ready. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sheriff Witt. Now, one of our very important partners is Fayette County Public Schools, and we have Director of Transportation with us, Darren Morris, and Darren is going to give an update from his perspective. Welcome.
Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate it. Good afternoon. I represent Fayette County Schools, and first of all, I just want to say how thankful I am to the mayor, the local government, for including us. The information that they share to us is vital in the decisions that we make across the board, and that communication is ongoing and consistent. So I'm really appreciative of that, especially when I'm out having to check roads and see if roads are safe and get students to school and get them there safely. So their assistance is greatly appreciated. Fayette County Schools has canceled all weekend activities. We will continue to share updates to families, staff, and community through all modes, including our media partners. We have weather guidelines, and they're located at fcps.net/weather. And above all else, we want students, families, and staff to stay safe. We'll make decisions as the weather comes in and we see what does occur, but just know that we'll be in communication about what's going to be happening moving forward. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Darren. Now, our utilities partners play a key role, as you know, in winter weather. And I've been in communication for a couple of days with both KU, Kentucky Utilities, and Kentucky American Water. And we want to get the latest from Daniel Lowry, who's been a great partner at Kentucky Utilities. So I welcome you to the podium.
Yeah, we really appreciate the mayor's leadership through this at KU. We appreciate it. And with this storm that's coming, we do anticipate and expect power outages. We have about 1,000 line technicians and support personnel standing by. We have trucks that are fueled up. We have equipment and material at staging locations across our service territory. We have about 40 crew centers that are stocked and ready. So KU is prepared to respond. Obviously, if we do get outages, communication is very important to KU. So we will continue to update the media constantly. We'll be in touch with our leaders, like Mayor Gorton, keep them informed of outages and anticipated restoration times. We'll also populate our outage map, which is on our website and on our app, with those restoration times. Now, it may take a day or more to get those times established, because we are very diligent to make those times as accurate as possible. So we want to tell you when we expect to have your power restored accurately, and that is based on the damage that is involved in the equipment that is needed and historical data for how long it takes to do a restoration there. So those numbers will appear on our outage map, and I will get that information to media and to local leaders. Our whole team will do this. We'll keep it on our website, lge-ku.com, which will constantly be updated throughout this storm with information, with tips for customers, what you can do in case of an outage, and how to best make it through this storm, which we will do. It's not our first rodeo, is it? I mean, January of last year, we had a significant winter storm that impacted the region here, which led to about 65,000 customers for LG and KU that were impacted. We were able to get about 99% of those customers back within 2 days. But we anticipate this storm to be worse than that storm last year. So again, we thank you and appreciate your time, and we will definitely be in contact during this weather event. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Daniel. Now, at this time, one of our other partners with our utilities, of course, is Kentucky American Water, and I'd like to invite Susan Lancho to the podium to give us her update. Welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. Before I talk about some winter tips for this coming weekend, I do want to give an update. We do currently have crews working on a water main break on South Broadway, so the traffic is impacted right now. It's blocked between Waller Avenue and around Virginia Avenue, so motorists who need to travel in that area are asked to seek another route just to help mitigate the traffic impact in that area of town. Our crews are working diligently to get that repaired, and we'll keep the media and others posted on that. But we appreciate your patience as we work through that. And then in terms of the cold weather coming to us and all the snow and ice, we want to reiterate some of the winter tips that we've been providing to our customers since before the new year. And those things are things like making sure that you know where your main water main shutoff valve is located in your home if you don't already. That is often in a closet, a utility closet, perhaps in a crawl space, a garage, a laundry room, basement. That's important because if you were to have a pipe freeze and burst, you would want to be able to turn off your water very quickly. So if you don't already know where that is located in your home, we encourage you to do so. And also to let other members of your household know where that is located as well. Once the temperatures get below freezing, there's often a chance that pipes in a home can freeze and ultimately burst if the conditions are such that that's a possibility. So we also encourage you to take simple tips, actions rather, to prevent that from happening. So it's things like letting your water drip from a faucet when temperatures go below freezing, opening cabinet doors, vanity doors on your kitchen cabinets in the bathrooms where water pipes are located to let that warm air from your home circulate around those pipes to help prevent those from freezing. If your pipes were to freeze, it is not recommended to use anything with an open flame to thaw them. Rather, you want to use something like a hair dryer, that sort of thing to help thaw that pipe. But again, the water main shutoff valve is critical to know, and also if you're able to, if you've not already, to insulate your pipes that are exposed to cooler air. Things like heat tape on those pipes can be helpful. If you don't have that, you can use newspaper, fabric, those sorts of things as well. If you're thinking that you see a water main break in your area, you can notify us of that easily on our website, KentuckyAMWater.com, or you can give our customer service number a call. We appreciate those tips, and like the other utilities and others up here, we also appreciate your patience as our crews respond to those events. So again, take measures now to prevent frozen pipes in your home. And for more tips, again, KentuckyAMWater.com includes some more information as well as our social media channels. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Susan. Weather like this is especially challenging, as we all know, for those experiencing homelessness. And I'd like to invite Commissioner Charlie Lanter to the podium to give us his update. Charlie?
Thank you, Mayor. Our priority across all of our various housing divisions is the safety of the tenants and the folks who are out there experiencing homelessness. The Office of Homelessness has extended its winter weather plan, which has been was started earlier this month and has kind of just been mostly a continuous thing. And we're going to continue that, and we will revisit that through the week as it continues. What that does is it means our outreach teams are out notifying individuals of what's coming. They've been working on that all week, going into camps. Working with other partners that do this, we kind of know where a lot of folks are. We make those contacts. If they're not there, we leave information. We leave information about what's coming so that they know, and then they facilitate access to shelters. We have found that folks are coming into shelters. All of our numbers are increasing and have been over the course of the week as folks seek shelter for what's coming, and we're encouraging them to do so. Our seasonal shelter intervention on Versailles Road is reaching capacity. It's very near capacity. So are our permanent shelters in the community, like Hope Center, Salvation Army, Greenhouse 17, Arbor Youth. Everyone is all hands on deck, and they are going to be at full capacity. In order to mitigate what to do when we do reach at or near 100% of our capacity, we have partnered with Catholic Action Center and Jenny Ramsey. They are going to open at noon on Saturday, and they will remain open. We'll revisit that, but as of now, they'll remain open through at least noon on Tuesday. Anyone who needs a place to go can go there. It's for adults who need to go to shelter and don't know where to go or can't go somewhere because it's either full or they lack transportation to that location. They can go there, they will be able to stay there and be warm, but most importantly, the folks there will then facilitate getting them to the proper place. So whether that's a shelter, whether that's a hotel, whether that's whatever it is that they need, it'll be sort of a triage center. So that's how we're going to approach that for this event and try to get everyone out. We also, through our code enforcement division, want to encourage everyone, if you're a tenant and you're having trouble with your heat right now is the time to have that conversation with your landlord. And if that is not productive, then call 311 and talk to our Division of Code Enforcement, because you're going to need to have heat in the coming week. And then finally, make sure that you are testing carbon monoxide and smoke detectors, carbon monoxide in particular. As we all crank up heat, we crank up those gas propane furnace sources. That's going to pump carbon monoxide out, and so we got to make sure we're safe. So thank you. Hope everyone stays safe. Our outreach teams will be available to take calls for people who need help. If you know of someone who needs assistance and is experiencing homelessness or some sort of housing insecurity, call 859-551-8053. That is the Huff Center Street Outreach. They may not answer the phone, but that's maybe because they're in the field. Leave a message. They will hear the message and they will respond either to you or to whatever it is you've left in the message. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Charlie. Now, last but certainly not least, we have our Director of E911 with us, Jonelle Patton, and we all know that every day of the year, 911 is really critical, and I'd like to ask her to give a quick update. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Lexington E911 is prepared to serve the citizens of Lexington through this event. E911 has an amazing staff of individuals that are the link between the citizen and the responder. With that, there is always the most important housekeeping tip from 911, and that is to call 911 for emergencies. For non-emergencies, that would be the non-emergency number, which is 859-258-3600. Also, when calling 911, do not hang up. Call, let it ring, and we will answer. That is the best and most efficient way to facilitate your response. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jonelle. I also want to thank our Chief Information Officer. I think I see you over there, Liz Rogers, who joined us. As you know, this is a little bit of a lengthy press conference than what we normally have, but it demonstrates, number one, that we are very blessed to have so many partners inside government and outside government who take this so seriously, and that we are as prepared as we possibly can be. And so this is a storm that requires great teamwork for the next many hours and several days, and Lexington, with its partners, has always risen to the challenge. And I thank all of these folks. They have all been working on this for many days already. So at this time, I'll welcome any questions. We have all the experts here if you have any questions. No questions? Y'all did a great job. All right, we will be doing periodic updates, of course, and I thank you for being here. Thank you all. All right.
You've been watching Lexington Mayor Linda Gorton give an update on the city's response to this ongoing incoming weather we have heading our way this weekend. We heard from about 10 different city officials, and they were able to give some updates on how they're preparing and what they're doing to get ready. So, as you heard, we heard from police department, fire department, roads and streets, the Office of Homeless Prevention, and we also heard from E911 and some of the other officials there. WKYT's got you covered from the first snowfall to the very last flake that flies, and the coming days after as we try to dig out of what's ahead. So WKYT First Alert Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey's coming on at 4 o'clock. He'll get you his latest, most updated projections there on snowfall totals, who's going to see what. Obviously, ice is going to play a factor and could impact on the response. But WKYT Plus will be streaming any other additional updates, and we've got you covered all day tomorrow, so be sure to check back in with us. Don't forget, UK basketball moved their tip-off time up an hour to 11 a.m. tomorrow at Rupp Arena as they take on Ole Miss, and there's been several other cancellations and delays, so be sure to check those before you head out the door. Thanks so much for joining us here on WKYT Plus, and we will see you very, very soon.